This is from The Real Far Country by Duane. The true reality which governs the sound wave can only come to us by an expansion of the human awareness according to what is real. The human person who is the most limited and subdued on this floating rock must decide to take a risk. This is the only way in which it will properly operate with those beyond itself. This then is also true of any real experiences we have from the levels above the material position, and examine what is taking place. The seed must be placed in your mind to receive the dynamic presence of this unconditional awareness, and then to surrender your mind to its generosity and wonderfulness. It is this surrender which brings about the release of the dynamic energies for your own preservation as a human and contribution as a oneness with it. It is this true aliveness which you must liberate in order to walk among the ignorant and be of the higher worlds. However, often without the real guidance from the true ones, there is always danger in opening the lower psychic part of one's self hidden within that has usually not been active. It can take over and give you a falseness and failure. This false self then becomes what the world of eyes and minds see. Here again is the real razor's edge. It will always show up in our lives until we come to that part of the journey where we recognize our real intent and what position we are to keep it safe in, so to speak. First we learn in the objective sense, then gradually bring everything into a true subjectiveness for our own survival throughout eternity. We learn in steps, like a child learning to walk. There's no rush. Once a person has real guidance, they now have assistance on all levels, and not just the physical, and maybe the astral and mental worlds. The jeopardy of dealing with the contrived systems is they have no idea where the real universes are and what the true reality is. So how is it they can properly escort a person into real freedom? Actually, they cannot, and they are so far from it that there is no comparison. And so it is easy to see how the false self has taken charge in most cases, with mainly all the humans on the rock worlds who create a continuous demise. Philosophy, because of its habit as an abstraction, has never been a reality for life. It has sometimes been so-called powerful for its high speculation in pursuing mental truth for its own sake, or sometimes for a subtle mental gymnastics in a bright cloud of words and ideas. But generally it has gotten too far off the beaten track. Only the great reality matters. The all-is alone will be the continuing need of the whole being of man. If there is any compulsion to activity, it will not be that of the implanted desires and forces of nature, but the luminous striving for a greater awareness of ever becoming the sole motive of the whole existence. The true reality of our being comes in at one time as it leads, compels, instructs, and enlightens us. Then it may seem to withdraw into the background and seemingly leave us to its own resources. In all, we will be aware of the real guidance and know everything is being done for us. As the true reality descends upon you, it melts away your present psychological formations and shatters the walls of the ego to give you greater awareness of vision, perception, motivation, and perfection. All forms of life that are unable to bear the change of this burning, fiery awareness must disappear, and all that can bear it will survive and enter into the real universes of sound and light. This true reality will deal with all that is beneficial for the student and for the whole. Alone, the awaiting universal will must choose. One's actions must change into a dynamic movement of that will. Enjoyment must be replaced by the play of a pure and real bliss. All personal will is either a temporary delegation from the true reality or designated by it. Even after you are a free agent, you will be in this world and remain to do its works. To remain in the world without desire is to act for the good of the whole world in general, for the human race, or for some new creation to be evolved on earth, or for some work imposed by the reality within you.